Hi everyone, so we're just going to briefly go over the recent polls that we've been getting from the Democratic primary according to 538. So we've got two recent polls, a morning consult poll and a Harris X poll, so we'll be going through both of those results and yes, so Morning Consult, I quite like their polls in that they do it every day and they release the results once a week. So let's just go through here. All Democratic primary voters, not much change here. Joe Biden down 2 points, likely because of the recent accusations that have come against him. Bernie Sanders stays the same. Kamala Harris way down the back at 8%, followed by Beto O'Rourke at 8%. Elizabeth Warren at 7%. Cory Booker at 4%. Pete Buttigieg, I believe that he went up 1%. Someone else stagnant at 3%, Amy Klobuchar at 2%, Julian Castro at 1%, Tulsi Gabbard at 1%, Kirsten Gillibrand at 1%, John Hickenlooper at 1%, Jay Inslee at 1%, John Delaney at 1%, Steve Bullock at 1%, and Terry McAuliffe rounding things out with 0%. So definitely interesting to note that there's just it's just now very pronounced how Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders have really pulled themselves away from the rest of the pack, and the rest of the pack is trying to play catch up with Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. Looking at the early primary states, it's even more of a pronounced difference. Joe Biden at 37%, underwater by 1 compared to last week. Bernie Sanders up by 1%, Elizabeth Warren up by 1, Booker actually registering at 4th place here, up by 1 at 6%, Kamala Harris at 5%, I believe. Kamala Harris, I think she's down 3. That's not great news for Harris. Beto O'Rourke only at 4% in some of these early primary states, so not great news there for Beto O'Rourke. Pete Buttigieg at 3, someone else at 3, Amy Klobuchar at 2. Again, Amy Klobuchar not doing too well here. Julian Castro at 1%. Gillibrand at 1%. Delaney at 1%. Hickenlooper at 1%. Steve Bullock, Jay Inslee, Tulsi Gabbard, and Terry McAuliffe all not registering at 0%. Another one that we should take a look at is politically interested voters. So these are people who are the ones that are probably going to make the difference in caucus states. So because caucuses, again, harder to do. So this could be a good indicator for something like an Iowa caucuses or a Nevada caucuses. So Joe Biden at 29%, Bernie Sanders at 21%, Kamala Harris at 11%, Beto O'Rourke at 9%, Warren at 8%, Buttigieg at 7%, Booker at 4%, Klobuchar at 3%, someone else at 2%, Hickenlooper at 1%, Gillibrand 1%, Castro 1%, Gabbard 1%, Bullock 1%, Inslee 1%, Delaney 0%, and Terry McAuliffe at 0%. Favorability and name ID. So Bernie Sanders has the highest favorability ratings of anyone on this list at 99% in name ID. He is slightly behind Joe Biden in terms of his actual favorability. But again, Joe Biden not necessarily in this race right now. Followed by Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Beto O'Rourke, and Cory Booker. So in addition, you can see some of these other minor candidates also with their favorable ratings. Pete Buttigieg now at 48% name ID. That's pretty good for someone like Buttigieg. Still has a bit of people who still needs to support, but overall 23%, if my math is correct. That's pretty good in terms of favorable ratings. In terms of net shift, Joe Biden underwater by 3 in terms of a net favorability. Bernie Sanders up by 5, doing very well here in net favorability. Elizabeth Warren up by 3, Kamala Harris down by 5, Beto O'Rourke staying stagnant. Cory Booker up by 1, Gillibrand up by 2, Klobuchar up by 3, and you can see the rest of the candidates over there. And then we're not going to go through the GOP primary. It's just 2 questions. We'll just quickly go through this. Republican primary support for Trump. All GOP primary voters, 60% strongly support Trump's renomination. Total of 78% strongly support Trump's renomination, compared to 20% who don't support it. That's +1 for Trump's nomination in terms of last week. And then GOP primary voters giving Trump an even bigger edge there, but underwater by 4% in terms of the last week. So that's the morning consult poll, everyone. We have one more poll to go through here. Harris X. So yes. Which of the following people are you most likely to support? Joe Biden at 29%, Bernie Sanders at 18%. I really don't like how they've separated everyone up. But Joe Biden, Cory Booker, Biden at 29, Booker at 4, Buttigieg at 3, Julian Castro at 1, John Delaney at 1, Tulsi Gabbard at 0, Kirsten Gillibrand at 1, Kamala Harris at 6, John Hickenlooper at 0, Jay Inslee at 0, Amy Klobuchar at 2%, Beto O'Rourke at 6%, Bernie Sanders at 18%, Elizabeth Warren at 5%, Marianne Williamson at 1%, Andrew Yang at 1%, others at 1%, not sure at 16%, not planning on voting at 3%. So right now, you could say that it's not great news going in for the Vermont senator, but again, I think that with everything that we know, he has seen a bump in his stuff since he's gotten in the race. So yes, thank you for watching this video. Comment down your suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.